Hello and welcome to my YouTube page. In this video we will walk through a Python program. In the beginning I will give you an overview of what I plan to cover, then I will switch over to Python idle editor, walk you through the script and then run the program in Python shell. At the end, if you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking, sharing and subscribing. Now let's begin. For this Python program, the purpose is to define functions that calculate the volume, surface area, lateral surface, and base area of a cylinder. A Python program is normally decomposed into modules, and these are divided into classes and functions. A function completes a specific task in a program. Data within a function is known only locally. This means the scope of the data is local to the function and it has a limited lifetime, meaning it only exists during execution. In this example, we will focus on calling functions that return data. Value returning functions transfer data back to the calling instruction. Typically, a single value is computed and is then returned to the calling instruction. The functions can be called in one of two ways. The first way is to call the function in a simple assignment statement, and the second way is to call the function in an assignment statement with an expression. It is important that these function definitions include at least one return statement, which is written with the keyword return followed by an expression. The value in the return statement can be any valid expression, following the return keyword. The expression can include constants, variables, or a combination of these. A cylinder is a three-dimensional solid figure which has two identical circular bases joined by a curved surface at a particular distance from the center, which is the height of the cylinder. The cylinder volume defines the density or amount of space it occupies. The cylinder's volume is pi multiplied by the radius squared multiplied by the height. The total surface area defines the total area that it occupies including the bases. The cylinder consists of two circles and one curved sheet. The surface area is 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by the radius, multiplied by the height plus 2 multiplied by pi, multiplied by the radius squared. The lateral surface area is the area formed by the curved surface of the cylinder or the space occupied between the two parallel circular bases. The lateral surface is 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by the radius multiplied by the height. The base area is the area occupied within the boundary of the circular base of the cylinder. The base area is pi multiplied by the radius squared. Now, let's open up the Python idle editor and we will develop a program that defines functions that calculate the volume, surface area, lateral surface, and base area of a cylinder. First, start out by putting identification information for the Python file enclosed within 3 quotations. For the program file name, let's title it cylinder.py. Then the author information, and for that, I'll put my name Lewis. Next the date, which is October 11, 2022, and lastly I'll put a short description of the program. This program calculates the volume, surface area, lateral surface, and base area of a cylinder. As this script uses the built-in Python math function of pi, we have to first import the math module. Type import math and press enter. The math module in Python deals with mathematical calculations. It deals with many advanced mathematical operations, such as exponential, logarithmic, and trigonometric functions. Next, let's define the first function to compute the volume of a cylinder. Type def, compute volume, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, colon, and press enter. Next type volume equals round, open parenthesis, math.pi multiplied by open parenthesis, radius, double multiplication 2 multiplied by height, close the parenthesis, comma, 2, close the parenthesis and press enter. Next, type return volume and press enter. For numeric data types double asterisk is defined as exponent operator. A return statement is used to end the execution of the function call and returns the value of the expression following the return keyword to the caller. If the return statement is without any expression, then the special value none is returned. A return statement is overall used to invoke a function so that the past statements can be executed. The round function returns a floating point number that is a rounded version of the specified number, with the specified number of decimals. Using the round function here will round the volume returned to 2 decimal places. Next, let's define the second function to compute the surface area of a cylinder. Type DEF, compute surface area, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, colon, and press enter. Next type surface area equals round, open parenthesis, 2 multiplied by, open parenthesis, math.pi multiplied by radius, multiplied by height, close the parenthesis, plus, open parenthesis, 2 multiplied by math.pi, close parenthesis, multiplied by open parenthesis, radius double multiplication, 2, close parenthesis, comma, 2, close the parenthesis and press enter. Next, type return surface area and press enter. Next, let's define the third function to compute the lateral surface of a cylinder. Type DEF, compute lateral surface, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, colon, and press enter. Next type lateral surface equals round, open parenthesis, 2 multiplied by, open parenthesis, math.pi multiplied by radius, multiplied by height, close the parenthesis, comma, 2, close the parenthesis and press enter. Type return lateral surface and press enter. Now, let's define the fourth function to compute the base area of a cylinder. Type DEF, compute base area, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, colon, and press enter. Next type base area equals round, open parenthesis, math.pi multiplied by, open parenthesis, radius double multiplication 2, close the parenthesis, comma, 2, close the parenthesis and press enter. Next, type return base area and press enter. We need 2 input statements for the radius and height values. Type radius equals int, open parenthesis, input, open parenthesis, quotation, enter the value of radius, colon, quotation, close the parenthesis twice as there are 2 preceding opening parentheses and press enter. The int function converts the specified value into an integer number. The input function reads a line from the input device and converts the line into a string by removing the trailing new line and returns it. Next, type height equals int, open parenthesis, input, open parenthesis, quotation, enter the value of height, colon, quotation, close the parenthesis twice as there are 2 preceding opening parentheses and press enter. All there's left to do is have Python print the results. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, the volume equals, colon, quotation, comma, compute volume open parenthesis, close the parenthesis twice as there are 2 preceding opening parentheses and press enter. The print function prints the specified message to the screen, or other standard output device. The message can be a string, or any other object. The object will be converted into a string before being written to the screen. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, the surface area equals, colon, quotation, comma, compute surface area open parenthesis, close the parenthesis twice as there are 2 preceding opening parentheses and press enter. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, the lateral surface equals, colon, quotation, comma, compute lateral surface open parenthesis, close the parenthesis twice as there are 2 preceding opening parentheses and press enter. Type print, open parenthesis, quotation, the base area equals, colon, quotation, comma, compute base area open parenthesis, close the parenthesis twice as there are 2 preceding opening parentheses and press enter. Now, let's run the module and confirm that the program that creates functions that calculate the volume, surface area, lateral surface, and base area of a cylinder works as expected. In the Python idle editor header, click Run, then click Run Module. After the idle shell opens, for the radius input 3 and for the height input 5. Python returns the volume equals 141.37, the surface area equals 150.8, the lateral surface equals 94.25 and the base area equals 28.27. Thank you for watching my video. If you've enjoyed this video and found it informative, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload videos to YouTube. I'll see you next week with a new Python video. Until next time, take care.